Run, you run, not because someone's chasing you, but because something inside you is calling, a voice that's louder than fear, deeper than doubt. It tells you that where you are is not where you're meant to stay. Every step you take is a rebellion against comfort. It's a refusal to settle. The world told you to slow down, to wait your turn, to play it safe. But you didn't listen, you ran, you still run. Pain shows up early. Doubt tags along, but you don't stop. You can't, because running is the only thing that feels honest. It's motion, it's life, it's growth, standing still. That's death in disguise. You run past the limits people placed on you, past the labels they stuck on your back. They said you weren't good enough, not strong enough, not smart enough, but they forgot. You don't stop, you run. The road isn't smooth. It twists, it climbs, it breaks under your feet. But that's the point. If it was easy, everyone would do it. You run not because it's easy, but because it's hard, because it's supposed to be hard. There are days when your legs feel like stone, your lungs like fire. But the fire in your chest isn't destruction. It's ignition. It's the fuel that keeps you burning, keeps you moving, keeps you alive. Sometimes you don't even know why you're running. You just know you have to. Because somewhere out there is the version of you that you were born to be, and the only way to meet them is to keep running. You remember the days you couldn't move, when fear locked you in place, when failure whispered you weren't enough. But you chose movement over misery, you chose fight over freeze. People stare, they judge, they question, why run so hard, why push so far, but they don't understand. They don't hear the clock ticking, the dreams screaming, the silence that comes when you stop. You run because you're not afraid to fail. You're afraid of regret. Afraid of waking up one day and realizing you walked when you could have flown, that you waited when you could have chased. You've tasted victory before. Not the kind with trophies and applause, but the quiet kind. The kind that shows up when you cross your own finish line. When you beat the old you by 1 second, 1 inch, 1 choice. You know there's no shortcut. No cheat code, only grind, only grit. So you run with bloody feet and a bleeding heart, because every step forward means you're still alive, still fighting, still building. Even when the world says stop, you go. When your mind says quit, you scream louder. Your legs may shake, but your soul is steady. Your body bends, but your will doesn't break. And in that stillness between steps, in that breath between gasps, you find truth. That you are more than what you were told. That you are power in motion. That you are not running away. You are running toward freedom, toward purpose, toward the version of yourself you've only seen in your wildest dreams. You aren't lost, you're just on your way. There's a difference between runners and wanderers. Wanderers hope, runners chase, wanderers wish, runners work. You chose to run, and that makes all the difference. You run when it's raining, when it's dark, when nobody is cheering. You run when it hurts, when it's lonely, when there's nothing but silence and sweat. And that silence, that's where greatness is born. Others will follow. Someday, when they see what you built by running when it was hard, you'll be the reason someone else laces up and says, if they can do it, so can I. But you won't stop to watch. You'll keep running, because by then, your new goal will be even further, even higher. The finish line will have moved again, and you'll smile because that's what runners live for. You are not normal. You are not average. You are not slow. You are a storm in sneakers, a heartbeat that never quits. So run, you run, and never look back, because forward is the only direction you've ever believed in.